Hi, I'm Nada Lena Nasserdeen, the CEO and the founder of Rise Up For You TV, and welcome back to Rise Up For You TV. Today I'm going to be talking about how to scale your business and lead simultaneously at the same time. My team and I here at Rise Up For You, we are working with organizations around the world to elevate company culture, team performance, and leadership. And I can tell you that we can see a huge difference between the organizations that have a CEO that started and built the business versus an organization that has an executive or CEO that obviously has worked their way and climbed the career ladder. There are significant differences in challenges in both situations. Today, I want to talk with you a little bit about the business owner. So if you are a CEO, an executive, and you've built your business, you're the founder and the CEO of the organization, you're going to want to watch this entire video because we're going to share with you a few tips and strategies that are going to help you continue to scale your organization as every entrepreneur wants, but also lead your team because that's the only way we're going to be able to scale and build that next level of leaders. Now, I get it. I completely understand. As I mentioned, I'm Nada Lena Nasserdeen, the CEO of Rise Up For You, but I'm also the founder of Rise Up For You. And when I first started Rise Up For You years ago, I was a team of one. And again, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a team, you know exactly where I've been. You've been in the same place. I was a team of one. I built everything on my own. I was hustling, I was growing, I was scaling the business. And then over the years, as we want as entrepreneurs, I got one team member, and then I got another team member, and then another team member, and another team member. And over time, the team continued to build and build and build and build and build. And now today, instead of having just one person, I now have anywhere between 16 to 20 people, depending on projects and where we are in our season. And I find, and especially working with our clients, that it's very different to, again, be leading an organization and at the same time have the blood, sweat, and tears of a founder. It could be challenging to scale. It could be challenging to do both things simultaneously. And these are some of the challenges that we also see with some of the smaller organizations that we work with. Now, keep in mind, when I say a small organization, we're talking about companies that have at least 25 people. Small businesses can be up to 500 people. So I'm going to share with you 3 tips and strategies today that not only are we using within Rise Up For You to grow, but we've also used them with organizations around the world. As mentioned, we're in over 50 countries. Our trainers and coaches speak and train in multiple languages, clients all over the world. We've worked with everything from big tech, big pharmaceutical, food manufacturing, Fortune 5 companies to small nonprofits, you name it. So we have a lot of practice in what we do. And today I want to share with you some of those strategies. All right, here we go. Step number 1, to scale and lead simultaneously as the founder of the organization. This is one of the hardest things I would say to identify, but something that I've also noticed in myself is that when you're first starting a company, you're really just looking for people that can help support you. And you hire people, they add value to your team, but over the certain period, your company starts to grow and it starts to expand and you start to play at a different level. And at some point you need to ask yourself, the circle that is directly around you, do you have a bunch of stallions that are around you? Or do you have a bunch of donkeys that are running around that are doing okay, but they're not high performing and they're not driving the success of your organization? I was at a conference this past weekend. It was an entrepreneurial business growth conference. I was sitting next to a participant that had hundreds of employees. And this was the exact conversation that we had. Is that their circle around them as a founder, he has a bunch of people that are like doing okay, but his direct circle was really a bunch of donkeys. He didn't have anybody around him that were stallions that were better than him. And as the owner of the organization, if you want to scale the organization, you have to have stallions on your team that think different than you, that are better than you, that can add something to the organization that's going to help you scale. So step number 1 is doing an audit and assessment of your team. Do we have a bunch of donkeys or do we have stallions that are high performing that are going to drive the success of your organization? Step number 2. And this is something that, again, it's challenging as an entrepreneur to think about, but it's identifying your superpower. How many of you have the I have to do it all complex? I've been there. right? As the owner of a company, for the longest time, I was stuck in this mindset of like, I have to do this. I'm the only one that can do it. I'm the only trainer they want. I'm the only coach that they want. I'm the only one that knows how to work the website. I'm the only one that can record videos. I mean, you name it. I had this mindset of like, I'm the only one, right? But what we need to understand as the founder and the CEO, if we want to scale and lead our team, we have to start delegating tasks to our team so that they can grow. And we need to hone in on our superpower. What is your superpower as the founder of the organization, and where does the majority of your time need to go? My time does not need to go towards sending emails. I can have a colleague do that. My team does not need to go towards project management of clients. I can hire someone to do project management. But my team does need to go to building relationships and continuing to gain clients that are high end so that we can scale and grow the business. My time does need to go to building content for the organization and for the brand, along with other trainers and coaches, so that we can continue to sustain a reputation. There's certain things that I have to look at and say, this is my superpower, this is what I'm great at, and this is how it's gonna help scale the business. And then I need to double down on that, and everything else we need to delegate to our team to help our team grow. So step number 2, find your superpower as the founder and CEO, stick to that, double down, and hire the stallions around you to do everything else. And step number 3, build one process and system at a time. I understand there is so much to do when you're scaling and leading a team simultaneously. You have your marketing strategy, you have your finances, you have your operations, you have clients, you have selling. I mean, there's so much, and each one of those things has like a whole bucket underneath it as well. But it's gonna hurt you, and it's also gonna cripple you if you try to do it all at once. So really focus in on maybe the very first area, the most important thing right now that you think your organization needs to scale. You might say, we need to hire 10 people that are stallions. You might say, we need to get our sales process down. You might say, we need to get our client acquisition and retention up. Whatever it is, I want you to find what is the one thing that you need to double down on right now and start building a process around that. And then we can build one process at a time. This is going to help you scale the organization, but also lead your team simultaneously at the same time. My name is Nada Lena Nasserdeen. I'm the CEO and I'm the founder of Rise Up For You. Thank you again for joining Rise Up For You TV. And listen, if you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button. My team and I, every single week, we are putting out new content, new videos to help elevate you and your team. And if anything resonated with you today and you need a little bit of support, you want some support with team training, with executive coaching, with developing your organization, don't forget to click on the link below, hop on a free call with myself or one of my team members. Happy to have a chat to see if we're a good fit, to see if we can help support your team. Again, Nada Lena Nasserdeen, the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You, and thanks for joining Rise Up For You TV. I'll see you next time.